Good day all. Over the last couple of weeks, crime escalated in South Africa. Since they made their mark in a national election, the transition period is taking its toll on the population, and not in a positive way. The following is from one of my contributors that experienced 3 robberies in a matter of 4 weeks. It is becoming a very unsatisfactory state that the country finds itself in. Well, here is his testimony about his experience.
During the course of this week I had a home invasion in the early hours of the morning. Let's start at the beginning to let you all know how the last 4 weeks went. Just after Easter I had my first goods stolen from my property. Somebody came in the middle of the night and entered my property. It would seem that it was an opportunistic event at the time, and whomever it was managed to get away with the robbery only discovered in the morning. What was taken was some construction equipment, as I had contractors on site doing some alterations during the week leading up to the Easter weekend. The equipment was of low value, and myself and the contractor decided it was not worth reporting it to the authorities, as we both knew the authorities already had their hands full. So we let it go. The contractor finished up with the project and cleared off the property. Things went back to normal and everybody prepared for the week of the local elections. So South Africa had its elections on the 8th of May this year, and everything went according to plan. In the early hours of the morning of the 9th, the second incident happened, and was also only discovered once the sun was up. Again, nothing major was taken, but I was awoken by a very strong burning smell. During the night, whatever was burned made me very sleepy, as well as my dogs, and we all fell asleep almost as soon as we woke from the burning smell. Once I noticed that things were missing in the morning, I had a look around but could find nothing that was burned. Now to this week. During the wee hours of the morning on Tuesday I had a home invasion where somebody or somebody's entered my house and got into my home office. Now this is where I spend most of my time. During the day and night working on my videos and my conservation projects. A couple of things were taken and the dogs disturbed the person or persons and fled. But what was taken was my computer with all my files and programs on for the videos and the projects. For them the information on the computer would mean very little, but to me, it is my livelihood. After reporting the home invasion to the authorities, I went to all the local second-hand dealers to see if the person or persons responsible for the home invasion might have gone in to sell the computers. But with no luck in visiting all these dealers. This got me thinking about how little others actually care about the possessions of others. We hear often that mobile phones and mobile computers get stolen from people. But these criminals do not think what they are actually stealing. Like with my computers, they had work on it from the last 9 years and the plans for various projects on it. For the plans I have backups that I can use once. I managed to get another computer for the office that is up to spec. But for many, these electronic devices are more than just work. Many of these devices have more about the owner on it that some would admit. Some of these devices have a lifetime worth of memories on it in the form of photos and videos. These media files are of little value to the criminals but to the victims. The media files might be of extreme value. As with my devices that were taken, even though the work files were backed up, many of the media files were not. Some of these files include some of the last photos taken with my father before his passing. There were also other project photos on and other memories that are of no value and are most probably deleted if they managed to get into the computers and phones. They might sell the stolen goods for a couple of bucks, but the information deleted is invaluable to some person. It is not just the memories, but in many cases with the mobile phones, there are numbers on that might have taken the person years to build, and this might be the only copies they have of these numbers. It is not the value of the device, but what the victim do with that device that these criminals do not even take into consideration.
Some people just have no respect for the belongings of others. And in some cases they value the lives of others at zero, and with the least resistance, they will kill the victims. These days in South Africa many of the killings of the victims is made off as robberies that went wrong. It seems that there is some kind of plot against the citizens of the country. But until we can get over all the robberies and murders in our countries, we will always have people that will steal the lives and memories of others. It is time we take a stand against those and ensure they have no more memories of their own except those that they make in prison. It is not just the loss of goods that cost a lot to replace. There is also the trauma that the victims experienced during these times, and it can take time to get to grips with the reality of what happened, especially if the robbery turned violent. If you would like to help this person to replace some of the stolen equipment, you can contribute via PayPal and I will put the address in the description with his permission. As conservation work is not a high-paying profession, the effects that their work can have all over the world, and they need your support. Although we cannot help to replace the photos and memories lost, at least we can help to make it easier for him to continue with his conservation projects and videos. Thank you for taking the time out of your schedule to watch this video, and if you have any advice or solutions to curb the wave of crime flooding South Africa, do not hesitate to comment below. Please like and share our videos and do not forget to subscribe.